Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is James Bush. I am one half of Bush Counseling Service, and you have entered the Random Ramble. And today is October the 17th or 18th is one of them days, 2018. So before we get started, I want to offer you guys an opportunity to catch. We have some live events coming up. We have some downloads. We have some really cool promotions coming, but the only way to access them is to text Ramble to 31996. That is Ramble to 31996. Hello, Holly. Thank you for tuning in. So, tonight, my topic is what I learned at the strip club. Yes. There was a time back in college. For those who don't know, I went to Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee. There was a time back in college that I went to the strip club. And me and a bunch of fellas wasn't doing anything. We would just go. Everybody would get into a Grand Prix or whoever's Honda or anything like that at that point in time. And we just shot off and go. I don't even think the strip club is even there anymore. It's tore down. But anyway, so back in college, I went to a strip club. And besides the normal, usual gawking of a young 18-year-old, what's good, Eric? Appreciate you tuning in. So, besides the usual gawking of a young man watching pretty much naked women, a young man that was 18 at that time, walk around back and forth, like it was nothing, in a very jovial and cavalier manner. There was also a underlying maybe system or sequence of events that were happening, and I believe that many couples in their relationships currently, they missed it. I mean, it's like the strippers that are in these facilities, or they have it, they've got it, they've got the game, they've got the idea, but a lot of couples or so, they miss these simple concepts. So before I get any further on that, I'm going to give you guys 3 things that I learned from being at a strip club. Overall, it's a service industry. So when a stripper, when a dancer, when they come and they meet one of the patrons, they spend time with them. Usually it's a harmless greeting, hello, how you doing, or so like that. It's very close, it's very intimate or anything like that, and they introduce themselves or so. So at that point, they are building a connection, or they are attempting to build a connection. They are trying to, build whatever semblance of I don't want to say relationship, but again, a rapport with that person for that time being, because they have an ultimate goal in the end. Their goal is to get money. Their goal is to receive money for their services at the end of whatever they're doing. So they spend time with that person. Okay. The next thing they do, again, is they make the patron feel comfortable, And this is something that's so simple, whether it's them intimate touch, whether it's actually, I've seen some, they go and they sit down with the person and they have a conversation with them and they talk about all different types of things or so. And whatever inhibitions that person had when they came in there, or when that dancer first walked over to them, you can see them slowly but surely their shoulders start to relax. And it's not the alcohol. It's generally human interaction, social skills that are being displayed at that point in time. It's conversation. It's easy, and it's almost to the point where it's not like they're sitting on their phones and they're texting or anything like that. They're having a conversation one with another and talking about stuff. Some are talking about kids. Some are talking about what their goals or aspirations are, and simple things like that. And so, the lastly idea in all of this is, what do? They provide a decent service. And whether ever your mind wants to go with that or anything like that, they serve. They do the best what they can, because why? They know that if they do a good job at what they do, then that person possibly will reward them. Not all the time, but possibly will. And so those are 3 things that I really kind of got from that experience, is that they just take the time, They put in the work, they build a connection, they build a relationship, they spend time to make the person feel comfortable, and as well, lastly, they do a good job of what they do. And so it's crazy, but it's just that simple. And if you look, there are many strip clubs that are all over the world that provide a service like this. I mean, generally, you don't really see too many of them go out of business because I guess it's cousin to that oldest profession in the book. And, well, yeah, oldest profession in the world. I said it wrong. But anyway, the whole point is that sometimes what I'm noticing when I'm working with couples is some of those ideas or those core things are missing. Couples, they don't spend time together. They don't, and when I say time together, it's not where we're just in the same room, because you can be in the same room and still not spend time with one another. You can be just on your phone, and your mind is somewhere else, and it's like, huh, what, And then sometimes the argument or the complaint in all of this is that I had a long day. I'm using my time to decompress. This is what I need. I need me time, everything like that. Okay, and that's cool. That's valid. Sometimes you do need that moment to just get away from it all. However, I will say this, a lot of those me time moments, and you will be by yourself, and it just will be me, and it will be not anyone else, because some people will refuse to go along with that. You have to find those moments to connect with one another. It's simple. It's just that easy. Or you may not connect with them, and they may connect with other people. It does happen. So another thing that goes along with that is just that, they build a relationship. One of my things that I like to put out there with couples is that we take a lot of time in building families, and they're great. They look awesome. We've got the house. We've got the European car. Well, 2 European cars in the front, the garage, and all other kind of stuff that goes along with that. But as far as relationships, marriages, a lot of us suck at it. Just to be truthfully honest with you, we have no clue what we're doing. We model it sometimes off of prehistoric concepts, or we model it off of these virtuoso ideas that really don't make any kind of sense. It's just something you possibly just came up with, whatever. But anyway, so we don't build them. We just tear down. Or matter of fact, we don't even really get started. And so if I was to come by and I was look at the development of your relationship, I would liken or akin it to pretty much a slab that has no framing on it. Pretty much cut and dry, simple as that. And so lastly, service. We get in relationships and we don't like to serve one another. We just think, well, maybe some of us think that it's all about me, or it's what can I get out of this, or what is my... Come on, man. That's just ridiculous. It's like if, there are people that you can, as we say, pay to get that type of service. You don't have to be in a relationship to do that. But when you're sharing a space with another person or so, you're going to have to give. And you're going to have to be present when you give. And that empathy, that connection, that willful, the smile that you give, or so with that, that's what's going to make the experience even more joyful, because you want to be there, because you're excited to do whatever you are doing. And it's not just sexually, but it's just in the context of just being with somebody and wanting to see them enjoy the moment that you are providing with them or to them. That's an awesome feeling. But unfortunately, in our society these days, service isn't the first thing on our mind. It's just like, look, I've been shunned and I've been shamed and it's like we really keep score of how many times that we've missed out on things, or that maybe our mate has not done certain things for us. And again, that keeping score will, 1, get old, 2, possibly make you resentful and bitter, and 3, could lead to you possibly eating TV dinners alone. Or I guess maybe you can cook, but you'll still eat alone though. So anyway, recap what I said earlier: spending time, building a relationship, service with a smile. You sharing a space with somebody, you have to serve. You're going to have to give of yourself. A lot of people, I don't know that we want to do that, but try it. Give of yourself. Find that whatever that edge is within you to be able to do something to make your mate happy. And again, it does not have to be based on sex. It can be something else, but it can be rewarding in the end. All right, cool. So for more on this topic and topics like this, visit us at bushcounselingservices.com. Also, if you want to take advantage of some of the exclusive promotions that we have, text Ramble to 31996. That is Ramble to 31996. Take care.